Hey, how you doing? This is Lynn with Live, Love, Laugh, and Let Go Out Loud. I am super excited about today because today's been in the making 3 times, and even though we're trying to make this the third time, my guest is running a little late. Not sure what happened, but I'm still going to start the show because show must go on. So let me do a little introduction of who I have today, and then I'm just going to do the show without her if I have to. So hold on. All right. And today is just one of those days, people. I had some malfunctioning going on with my system here as far as forms and things like that. Eman would normally just be here with me, and I don't have her here yet. Don't know what's going on, but I have enough information that I could share with you guys. She is one busy girl. She's an actress, producer. She's just all sorts of just very, very, I mean, she's a single mom, award winning filmmaker, actor, director, screenwriter, lyricist. She's just amazing. So I'm going to show you a little montage of some of the stuff that she has done. See, so she has a lot of accolades to her, and I'm excited to talk to her, and she should be on the show with me right now. And so I'm glad I have this little bit of montage of who she is and some of the things she has produced and done. She's an amazing lady. She actually, I can say this after this. Oh, actually, there she is right now. I'm going to add her on here. Look at you, girl. I am just showing a montage of things that you have done, girl.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. Let me just take this off of here. Welcome to the show, girl. We, show must go on. You know that of all people, right?
Yes,
Amen.
thank you
Thank
so
you.
much for having me.
Oh, I love you. I'm so glad you're here. I just showed some of your little accolades, and they're just awesome. But if you want to just go ahead and introduce yourself real quick, that would be wonderful.
Sure. So, my name is Eman, and it's Eman, and I am Egyptian American. um, and I'm an actor, director, writer, lyricist. I just love people, and I love making feelings.
You are an amazing, talented one at that. And so you have been going through so much lately, and we're supposed to have done this show a few times. If you don't mind, I'm going to share a little bit of, if you don't mind sharing what you've been through a little bit, that would be great. And I'm going to show a couple pictures. Do you mind if I show these pictures?
Of course, thank
Okay.
you.
So go ahead. Tell us what's been going on. Like this picture right here.
Okay, this was day one. Now the whole ceiling is down. Um, but yeah, that was the early stages. But
Hmm.
like you can see, I'm here in a hotel. You know,
Uh-huh.
I'm not home. So what happened is when the freeze happened in Houston, um, it just started flooding, and the pipes couldn't take the pressure, and the ceiling fell. The whole house flooded. This
Aw.
was just the beginning. After that, every room started falling one after the other.
I'm
You
glad you're
know, but
I'm glad you're safe. I'm glad you're
yes,
safe.
I am thankful.
I am thankful too. And I want to take an opportunity at the end of the show to share another little thing that they're doing for Texas area that I'm not sure you're aware of, but that even Glenn Morshower did a little video about. So we'll share that a little bit later. But I just wanted to say thank you for everything you're going through and being inconvenienced and not out of your home and stuff, that you took time to be here with me. And that's great. I wanted to show some earlier stuff that you've done. This is really cute and funny to me. And then there's this other part. This is really cute. You're so Can I just say that? You are
Thank you. Yes, it's just for fun.
That was too cute. I love that. So when was that? What was that all about?
So, okay, so the first one is me taking pieces of films and just editing it just my face, and I use the software called Reface as well.
Okay, that was
but I wanted to put it on a song I wrote to a well-known singer in Egypt.
Nice.
So so yeah, it was Reface. Yes,
that was cool.
The scene
cute.
where I danced, that's original. There's one shot that is original.
and then what's
Egyptian
this
music.
And then what's this about?
Oh, okay. This is about the crazy me. So I came to me with a decent script, and he's a YouTuber, right? And he said, look, I want a script that is cinematic. I want to make a cinema film. I said, okay, let's do it. So it's called Laundry Night. It's on my YouTube. And we worked together on the script, and it's basically just a crazy, creepy film.
Is this part of it? This one?
Action.
So that was part of it then?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, it was just behind the scene shots that my actors take. By the way, all my behind the scenes stuff, none of it was planned, because I just let one person handle that behind the scene, because I don't even, sometimes I forget who I am, like, where am I, But yeah, that was a very nice film. I really, this is where I also got to work with Katie. She's in my recent film that we're filming. And she's an amazing actress too.
Oh, nice.
And I wanted to do something like David Fincher. He's one of my favorite directors. I have a couple of directors that I want to be like one day. And when I saw that script, I was like, okay, David Fincher, let's just do it, Of course, didn't look like David Fincher. We're getting there.
Well, you got to start somewheres. And from that little video clip that I played earlier, I want to play that one more time. Here you were award-winning there for your Lives in Me. And so I thought that was pretty cool. And I'm just going to remove that really quick because I want to show a clip of that as well.
Sure.
I just wish we spent more time together.
Do you understand why you're here? I remember. No one can tell you what to believe until they can see it through your eyes.
Cannot believe you guys did this. Are you really gonna open it?
I don't know. What do you think?
Make it fucking loud!
So, well, congratulations on winning that. So, you want to talk
Thank
about
you,
that?
honey. Thank you.
You want to talk
Sure.
about that?
So, I never thought I was gonna make films. Okay, I just want to act, right? I love acting. Like acting is my passion. And then, as soon as I signed up with an agency, I got an audition. So I went to the audition. It was a huge audition. It was like, I had to drive for 3-4 hours. It's huge, right? I don't know who's the producer, who's the writer. Like it's big hall in the hotel with a lot of producers, writers, casting directors. So when it was my turn to perform, she handed me a Spanish script. And I said, of course, I had to wear the professional hat, right? I was like, appreciate the time and opportunity, but I don't speak Spanish. And she looked at me like, your resume says bilingual. I said, yes, ma'am, but see, it says Arabic English. She was not happy. And I mean, I guess she's trying to be professional too. So, not much happened. But, she gave me back my resume and she said, well, we need Spanish speaking roles, right? So, of course, thank you for their time and energy. And I hope they casted well. But I walked out and I was driving and I went back to my acting class. I was taking acting in a local acting school in Houston.
Uh-huh.
And she's starting hinting out about, how in Texas, if they don't know your race, you're Hispanic, right? So probably the casting directors didn't read Arabic, even though it says it on top of my resume, right? Arabic, born in Egypt, I've wrote a lot of known songs in the Middle East. Like I've wrote a couple of known classics, for Egyptian singers and Lebanese singers. So we were sitting there and she was talking about multifacial for Vin Diesel. And just Vin Diesel simply was talking about, it's very metaphoric, right? And it's a film about him going into different roles. But Vin Diesel has a light skin, right? We like to think of him as black. But at that time, you needed to be too black, because you're in the old days, blacks are thieves, drugs, all that, ignorance in the culture.
Mm-hmm.
Or you have to be light skinned, white person, right? So there is a very cute metaphor at the end. And I really motivate people, watch Multifacial if you haven't seen it, for Vin Diesel. It's one of the short films, but it was really, really motivating for me. And they were sitting in a cafe, and then this lady asked for coffee. So the waitress asked, regular? She said, no, not too light, not too dark, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I said, I made the social media post, and I think this is where things started, right? And I said, I swear by Vin Diesel's success that my heart is going to be regular, not too light, not too dark as I approach my first set. So I got a lot of crazy comments, like, I'm crazy. Well, duh, I'm crazy, right? So I said, you know what? If I'm not getting casted, fine. I'm going to cast myself. I'm going to make my own film, right? So really the story was motivated by The Sixth Sense, where the kid sees dead people, right? But I was not lucky with some of my actors. I casted for this film a lot of cast, like a lot, and either they give up on me the day before, just I'm not coming to set. I can't be part of your film, and a couple of my cast didn't show up on set, so I had to change the story. I had to change my storyboard on set, and it only took us 2 days. Special thanks to Barry Atkins, of course, he helped me a lot, but I was able to make a film, and it was done. And I love everybody in my film. All these actors, they were not paid anything except to come, and of course, food. I have to feed my cast and crew. But they were like, you know what? We believe in it. We believe in you. We're blindly following. I was like, okay, let's make a film. And I'm thankful,
Aww.
very thankful.
So you've had like several nominations and a win and stuff. So how does that feel to be acknowledged like that?
I'm thankful and blessed.
Yeah.
And to me, awards and nominations is not about me being an award winner, right? It opens the door for people to start saying, okay, you know what? This is an award, this is a nomination. Let me open my heart and see what's going on. So it's not about being awarded. Because to me, I just want to reach the hearts of people, right? I want to light the hearts. I want to bring joy, motivation. I want people to know that it's okay to feel. It's okay to believe in yourself. It's okay to be sad. It's okay to cry. It's okay to laugh, you know? So the awards and nomination are just motivation. So hey, you guys, if you're actors and you're not getting casted, get up, do something. If you're writers and you can't sell your script, get up and do something, you know?
I love it.
And it applies to everything else in life. If you are, you know, a teacher and you can't find the job, go tutor kids for free, you know? Just do something, you know? So yeah, the awards and nomination are beautiful too, because I also feel like in Texas, we have a lot of women and actors of, you know, different skin colors, not white, not black, and they're having a hard time finding jobs. And if you can't find the job, you create your own job. You know,
I love
that's
it.
the whole point.
I love it. So I'm going to ask
Yeah.
you some standard questions here and then go back into that because I love your philosophy. So I love to hear your answers to some of these questions. Like, what meaning does living your best life have for you personally? And I know you spoke a lot of it, but if you want to, express more, that would be wonderful.
You hear this famous say, life is too short, right? So if life is too short, then make every minute have a positive impact on someone's heart. Because we can live, some people choose to live sitting here in front of the TV, watching films, playing games, and they're disconnected from the whole world, right? Me, I love films. So I'm going to use films to motivate people. If you love music, use music to motivate people, make a difference, you know? And I think life is useless if we choose not to learn something new every day. We are not here because we know. We are here because we learn, right? So the more we learn, the more we discover how powerful our human mind is. Because people don't know how powerful we are. You know, as human beings, our beliefs creates our reality. If you believe it, I assure you it will happen. You know, except for, go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yes, except for a few things, like we cannot control life and death, right? We don't know, we cannot control when we're born or when we leave. But the most important thing is, how do we leave? You know, are we just going to be someone that people cry for and say, oh, she was such a cute person or he was such a cute man, and for a day or two? Or are we someone who craft people's hearts and minds in a positive way that everybody will remember you one day? When it's tough, I want to remember what he or she said, because that motivates me. And that's what living my life is.
I love that you're tough. I love that you're so kind. And I love that you have been going through so much lately, and yet you still show up. And that means a lot to me. It's so funny because, you know, you're used to doing things one way. But then, like you said, if you go ahead and you realize that you still got to persevere. It's funny because today I was uploading my videos and I sent them to you because I wanted to surprise you. But, you know, Facebook went ahead and changed things on me. That was a waste of time. Facebook did not allow me to download those from my phone to my computer and then up into the StreamYard. It wouldn't allow me to do that. So I had to go ahead and say, I wanted to give up. This is 20 minutes before the show. And I'm like, are you kidding me? And so I had to use my Google Drive, which I never try to use, and then upload it, find the file and re-upload it. And it was a very discombobulating day, but you're right. I mean, you got to find another way to do it. Cause the option of, well, I could just say we can't do the show cause I'm having technical problems. But that wasn't an option. This is our third time trying to do this, and
That's
we were going to do
awesome.
this regardless. So you are right. I mean, we're here for a purpose. It might be a little bit different sometimes, but for sure. So the next question I have for you is, what do you
Proud of
love in
you.
your life other than your family?
Oh man.
Film. I know you love film. I know you love acting.
My family doesn't count, right? So my son doesn't count.
He does count, but not in
What do
this
I love in my
situation.
life? Honestly, I don't. So to me, life is full of lovely things. Okay, I mean, I don't love one thing in my life. Okay, I am very blessed to have a very good life. I love helping kids. I'm a teacher, but every day I help a child. It makes a difference in my heart. So I love kids. I love adults. I love people. And let me talk about a metaphor in a film that was a changing point in my whole life. Okay, in 1997, there was a film called Men in Black with Will Smith. Do you recall it?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. And Ed Solomon, who wrote that film, or one of the writers in the film, he is one of my most favorite writers in the whole time, like the whole world. Okay, I had a crush on his script since 1997. But let me tell you a scene where Will Smith was Agent J, right? And this alien woman was delivering a baby, right? A squid, a slimy, yucky, nasty squid, and he was holding it in his hands. And you can see the shot on the squid, and back to Will, and he blinks and he says, "That's cute." That moment, I looked at my life and said, doesn't matter how nasty something is. It doesn't matter how different people around me are. If I keep on blinking, I will see something cute and positive in the person, in the situation, in anything we go through, right? Now, don't get me wrong. Some situations are tough. Like I had some family members telling me, what if somebody has their child dying on their hands? Or what if somebody lost everything in their life? Absolutely, we do. We have to have sadness for our minds to realize what happiness feels like.
Absolutely.
We have to have failure to understand what success feels like.
Absolutely.
We have to have death to value life.
Yes.
So there are some things that will knock us down. But if you try your best to believe there's something positive and good coming and choose to get up again, take your time, because sometimes we need time, right? Sometimes you can't just fall and get up again. But you have to believe, I will get up again. I will be strong again, and something positive and cute will come my way. It just, we have to see, you know?
I love that.
So I love everything I go through in my life. My house, yeah, my house ceiling, just back to the shot you showed. The minute that house ceiling fell, my son was like, "Mom, where are we gonna go?" I started like, "Oh my God, what am I gonna do? I'm auditioning people. I myself auditioning. I have films. I'm a teacher. I have a child.
Yeah.
You know what's the first thing that came to my mind? Yeah. I'm gonna make a film, and that will be my set. Because if I want to make this film in a regular day, I will have to pay tons of money to make that set, right? Here we go. Here's a free custom-made set, and it's a metaphor for the freeze in Houston. So I ended up shooting last weekend, the first day in my house.
I love that. I love that. That's exactly what we make it. 20 years ago, next month would have been 20 years ago, I had a house fire where we lost everything and we lost a pet and stuff. You go through those things just to appreciate all the the things you go through. So I definitely agree with that. So what things have you let go out loud that have, you can't have live, love, laugh without letting go? So what would you What would you say about that?
I let go of anything that I don't have a choice of.
Very good.
You know, if you don't have a choice, let it go.
I love it.
You have a choice. And you know, sometimes we think we have a choice, but we don't. But we can't give up. You know, I have a saying that was known about me in Egypt, and when they talk to me about maybe drama happening or arguments, you know, our job is to plant a good seed. How it grows sometimes, it has so many other things beyond our control. So what you can choose, keep trying. What you can't, let go.
I love that. I love that. And you know, it's funny because that's basically people can't live, love, or laugh if you don't let go. That's my philosophy, and that's why it's the name of my show. So let me ask you this, because I'm sure this is going to be listen to this.
So have you ever gotten yourself in a pickle? What kind of pickle would you say you got yourself into? That you learned the most valuable lesson ever.
That is cute.
So what kind of pickle have you gotten into, Eman?
I'm not sure.
What kind of situations have you gotten yourself into? Like good example, you got yourself out of the pickle of your actors not showing up, and you did change. You changed the script, even though your actors didn't show up. You know, you keep having all these pickles you get yourself into, but you get yourself out of them. So do you recall a funny one or a good one that now you can laugh about?
Oh, I laugh about all of them.
Do you?
Because...
which is a good one to share that you've been in?
That's an unexpected. Well, I guess rejection has been something that I'm used to.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because it's part of life. You know, we are different to each other. You know,
right.
So in many situations, there has been situations but I laugh at it because, for example, I've faced a lot of racism, you know, from different people that I thought I can trust, or they see me differently. And the reason I laugh about it now is because, not that it's funny, okay?
No.
But it's funny how my heart felt so bad about it, right? And today when I look at it, I'm thankful that it happened to me because it made me a stronger person. Well, you know? So, I mean life
you
is
yeah, and I get that. And I mean, you have explained a couple of pickles going 4 hours away for a show and then finding out that they're looking for bilingual and they didn't even see that it was Arabic, you know. So I guess that are some pickles, but those pickles have made you turn into not sour, but they've made you into sweet pickle because you've made movies and stuff and you've given other people jobs. So I really like that. So let's
I don't
go.
think there's anything sour. It's all just
Right. I said, you didn't make it sour, you know. So let's talk a little bit about acting, as far as when did you start getting into acting and that kind of thing?
Okay, so this is complicated. Sometimes it feels like my whole life since I was born, and sometimes it feels like yesterday.
So what got you like the acting bug? I mean, like, what made you go into acting?
Okay, so let me tell you, I had a very challenging childhood. Okay, I was most of the time in my room by myself. Okay, my siblings are way younger than me, like 5 to 7 years younger, and my parents were very strict parents, right? So I was the type that likes to be by myself, you know, play with my Barbies, my Legos, read my comics. So what ended up happening is I started talking to myself and creating a whole world in my room. My mom, when I was middle school, she took me to counseling a couple of times, and she was like, is she sick? you know? And the therapist would say, no, she's aware that she's imagining things, right? But it makes her happy, you know? And they started telling me about inside voices and how we don't, but I enjoyed it. I loved it. Now, I never thought I was going to be an actor, right? Because in my family, art is not a profession, right? Engineers, scientists, doctors, nurses, lawyers, that's most of my family and relatives. And until I fell in love with a superstar in Egypt, okay, who was a musician, okay? He was a musician. And I got to meet a lot of stars, and some of them are still family to me, I lived there for like maybe 3-4 years, and then I decided to come back. But I started to see a professional side of art, right? I wrote a couple of lyrics, to some songs, and it wasn't professional. Like, hey, I'm not a lyricist for a living. But I started seeing the tough, hard work in arts and how hard it is to become an artist. And I loved it. I loved the experience. So when I came back here, I went through some tough time. I got an anti-immune virus in my neck. Okay. I have diabetes since I was a baby. So, any anti-immune viruses, nerves with diabetes, spiced up, right? So I wasn't able to move well for a while. Like, I remember it used to take me more than 15 to 20 minutes just to get from my bed to my restroom by myself, right? And life moved on. I'm strong. I didn't fully heal, but I got married. I had my baby, and I went into very deep depression state because of my marriage. I wasn't happy with my marriage. I was physically abused, emotionally abused, and I just had to be with him for the sake of the child. Or I thought I had to be with him for the sake of the child. And in 2016, the beautiful Doctor Strange movie came out. Marvel. I'm sure everybody knows Marvel. And Christopher and Scott, writer, director, are very special to me because of that one film, right? So when I started watching Strange, I started seeing myself in Strange, right? Not the part where he's extra confident and he thinks he's all that, right? Because that is not me. But I started seeing the part where he had to go through a tough time. He couldn't move, but he still won't give up on himself. He won't seek help. And there was a scene where he was in the balcony and the ancient one was dying. And she said, death is why we value life. And I was like, you know what? I'm not living. I'm existing right now. Right now, I exist with nothing to live for. I love my child, but it wasn't enough to get me out of depression, right? So, long story short, I'm talking about in the theater watching that 2-hour film, right? When he went to bargain in the last scene and he said, pain was an old friend. This is when I started having the meltdown. And I was like, pain was an old friend. And I started writing lyrics on my jeans. I wrote a Doctor Strange song. And I went home and I told him, you know what? I'm going to give you one chance to work on yourself, and I'm going to work on myself, and I'm going to have a better life. I worked on myself. He chose not to, so I divorced him. And I said, if Men in Black can help me through my teenage state and with racism and all that crazy stuff that we had here, and Doctor Strange can get me out of depression and make me live again, I want to make films. I want to act. So I wanted to make that difference, and this is why I decided to act for a living. I want to live to make difference through my arts and acting.
You've made a difference in my life with our friendship for a while, and then you honored me. You honored me the other day and says, "Lynn, I wanted you to be in my film," and I quickly said to you, "Girl, I don't think I can study a script or do that." And you were kind to say, well, Lynn, if you could deliver the feelings and things. I was like, gosh, but I that's the story I was telling myself. as opposed to seeing it. You definitely have such a beautiful eye of just loving, and you took my excuse away. You took my excuse away because I was like, I don't think I could study lines or this or that. But, and like Piper said to me yesterday, I know you know Piper. I had her on yesterday, and like she said, but Lynn, if you feel it, if you know it, and you've said that too, if you feel it and you know it, and you could deliver it, it doesn't matter how you say it. So I was just, if anything, even if it doesn't even come to fruition, just knowing that you said that to me meant the world to me. So let me just say that to you, girl.
Oh,
And
you're
so,
awesome.
oh, well, I love
You're
you.
awesome, and I believe in you.
Aww. So let's talk about director. I mean, that was the other thing is and then let's talk about producing. But as far as a director, I mean, like you said to me that you've been watching me and you think I'd be good in film, and I appreciate you, but I'm like, you're definitely gonna make me get on a diet really fast, because I know how that camera puts lots of weight on you, man. I don't need to be in the widescreen big picture, but here my friend Christine says, that's why I always thought I couldn't act. No memory. Yeah. Well, like I said, I didn't think I could act either, but you as a director, you see something in people, don't you? And you see,
Yes.
you create things. So I think that's pretty amazing how so you like to direct then. I've liked to direct when
Yes,
I was assistant director at plays and local things like that, and I enjoyed doing that. But it is funny because you're not the actor, and I've always been behind the scenes, not in front of the scenes, and so that's why I'm like, I don't know if I want to get in front of the camera. It's easier to direct sometimes than actually be in front of the camera. But you do both, so which is your real preference, though?
So let me tell you this, whether I'm in front of the camera or behind the camera, it's not about me. It's about the hearts that I'm going to reach. This is the most important thing. Sometimes our human minds think if I'm in front of the camera, people are judging me. They're looking at me. It is not about you. If your feelings are pure and good, they will not see anything but that feeling.
Aww.
It doesn't matter how you look. It doesn't matter if you have a cut or a scar or wrinkled or old.
I got a J-Lo booty, like I'm J-Lo gone bad here, though, girl. So I don't know. You can't fit all that in the screen.
No, you're beautiful. You're beautiful. And the energy, let me tell you, the energy is more important than the look. The energy is more important than the look. And it just, I can see someone acting class and I'll write a whole script for them. You can ask Glenn. But a lot of times I've written scripts for my partners and I might suck at it. It's not right for me, right? But I just wanted to see that person act, So yeah, I mean, the director's job is not just to see, because honestly, sometimes in independent films, we don't cast the perfect person for the role. And this is something that has been going on. I mean, I've never casted someone because they're best for the role. But if the actors can be directed to feel the script right, they will give you a good job.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah, and the best thing is that I feel like the director sets the energy on set. If you're positive, if you're sweet, don't get me wrong, I'm very strict on set. Like, I don't like,
well, yeah, because it's like Lynn, we spent 8 hours. Can you get this right? I can't keep paying these people. Yeah, I mean, I understand all that.
So yeah, I don't like cell phones on set. If I see your cell phone, you know what? Not okay, not acceptable. The only person that can have that cell phone out is behind the scene person. Other than that, if your cell phone is whatever on that screen is more important than the script and the film, then go take care of that business.
Right.
Don't come here.
Right. My friend Christina says you should do script reading on the Clubhouse. She said she'd listen. That would be really cool.
Okay. I've been in Clubhouse.
Yes, that's how we met.
Yes, that's how we met. But I can't just let Clubhouse.
Yeah.
Because Clubhouse is like social media, very addictive.
Yep.
and I can't just be there, you know.
Yep.
So I log in once or twice a week, and I get a lot of good relations and you know, good stuff. But it just Clubhouse can be really time consuming.
Yeah, no, and that's why I got a show. You know, today I'm doing 3 shows. I'm doing one with Catherine Franco this evening and stuff too. So yeah, so let's talk about producing. What's the difference between directing and producing?
Well, to me, it's more like I'm doing it all. You know, it's like the film is my baby, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't care about the titles, right? But if you're gonna ask me that, what are you gonna do for a living? I would say acting, maybe directing, but I mean, I will do anything it takes for my film. So this film I'm filming now, I had no crew. I only had one help for first day, second day, no crew. So I was the director, writer, boom person. Half of my scenes don't have a slate, which I don't know who's gonna edit, but we'll see about that, you know. So I'll do whatever it takes. So when people ask me, "Are you a producer?" If that means doing whatever it takes for my film, yes, I'll produce my film. You know, I bought equipment. I have $15,000 worth of equipment, right? You know, so I DP too. So, but mainly my passion is acting and directing. But if producing to make the film, I'll do it.
Absolutely.
You know? I'll do anything.
So let's talk a little bit about screenwriting and lyricist. So
Okay.
you like writing scripts. And when you're doing scripts, do you think of lyrics as well?
Yes, I do. But here's the thing. This is the surprise. I don't like writing scripts.
You don't?
So, no. No. Now, let me tell you, everybody says I'm a good writer, but it's not. So let me tell you how films happen. I'll be sitting, I'll be dreaming, the film will happen in my head, then I will write it. Okay. So I know my scenes and how they look before I know my lines. You know, I work backwards. Lyrics for me is different.
Yep.
Yes, I work backwards. So I see the scenes, I see the lights, I see the blocking. Then I start writing the story.
Oh, there you go. I like that.
Yes. But what really helped me with screenwriter is Twitter.
Twitter? Oh, I don't like Twitter.
My Christopher, who is my Dr. Strange writer.
I don't like Twitter.
Yes. If you want to learn about screenwriter, you want to be a good screenwriter, go follow Christopher. Like I said, my Dr. Strange writer. He teaches writing. Not only that, he taught me how to be a better actor by understanding the mindset of a writer.
Wow.
You know?
Okay.
Yes, he gives a lot of writing advice. I think he's mentoring writers too. But I've learned a lot from him. But am I a writer? I have to write because no one else will. I'm the only one who knows that story. No one else does. You know?
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. So.
And lyricist, yes, I write lyrics. Would you like me to share some lyrics?
Yeah. So I was gonna say, you prefer more lyrics than you do about screenwriting?
No, I do both. It just lyrics is easy. I can hear you say a word. I love that word. I'll take it and make a song out of it. Screenwriter, really? I need to get my butt, sit down and write. And first draft, and second draft, and final draft, and post-final draft. You know, it's. But I love it at the end when I'm filming. That's where the joy comes.
Awesome.
You know. But let's say me, for example.
I don't even know where the time's going.
Cut off.
Yeah, I don't even know where the time's going off here. We are going to be done here soon, and let's see. I wanted to ask you this one question though, because I love this question. Let's see. Okay, what makes a person beautiful to you?
What makes a person beautiful to me?
Yep.
Kindness.
We got a delay here.
It's okay.
You know, I see lots of kindness in you, and that's one of the things I love about you. You're so giving and caring, and you're like, you stick by your word, and I really love that about you. And you know, gosh, where does the time go? I wanted to. I'm going to just play a couple seconds of this. How serious acting. Where was this done at? Here we go.
Here you are. You missed your son's birthday again. You think you can make it up to him this Christmas? He wrote you a letter. It's more like a birthday wish. Please, Daddy, don't get drunk this Christmas. I don't want my mommy to cry. Today I'm 8. I wish you were here. Just like last year when I was only 7. You came home 11:30 and fell down underneath the Christmas tree.
Okay, enough of that. So is that, when was that taken?
That was in an acting class.
Nice. Speaking of acting class, I'm going to take a minute and share something of that's happening this weekend. It's right here. It's going to be a Clubhouse, and it's also going to be in Nashville. It's a kickoff on Friday, 5 p.m. Central, and it's going to here. Let me get you just a little clip here. I didn't know if you know anything about this, but here we go.
Going on, and we're raising funds for disaster relief. And we went out to shoot some commercial material that they will be playing during this. And
I'm just throwing the graphic up. Everybody can still hear you talking. So.
No, I know, but it sort of speaks for itself. It is a fundraiser with a lot of hands pitching in from all over the country. And I love that people care. It's something that Americans seem to be very good at, is when we get into trouble, that's when the best comes out of us. And we grab hands and roll up our sleeves and pitch in.
I'd love to show one other thing real quick. Do you care if I show this real quick?
No, go ahead.
You know what I'm going to show? This is what Glenn went out and did today, y'all. So check this out, and then I'm going to bring the graphic back up and talk about that.
You can text to give, and keep this in mind. $1 will provide 3 meals. How wonderful is that? Just text to Sending Love to Texas 71777. God bless you guys. You're making Aaron Pierce proud.
So here's the down here in the.
So the reason why I show that, I'm not all about all the fundraisers sometimes, because only certain amount of money goes to something, but the fact that this is 97 cents goes to feed 3 times a meal at that mini pantry or whatever it's called. Are you familiar with it?
I've heard about it. Yes.
Yeah. So I think that's pretty nice. So
that's awesome.
I just wanted to share that. I'm just glad you have insurance helping you. And I hope your house is going to be better than ever. And that's the blessing.
God has a plan.
Absolutely. You know, I mean, just like when I had my house fire, I had house insurance, but you know, it was daunting to go through everything. But the fact that I ended up having a remodel, you know, is kind of nice. So you have choices there. So I want to thank you again for being here. I really hate letting, you know, ending the show here, but definitely I love the fact that I got to spend time with you. I look forward to doing that again.
Thank you.
I'm going to just show this little video again here, because you are so, let me see, hold on. This little cute thing of who you are. It's just, you're just an amazing person. I love you very much. You had some insightful words of wisdom and knowledge and love. And I'm glad to call you a friend. I look
Oh,
forward
thank
to
you.
actually coming down there and producing something with you, even if I end up just laughing my butt off.
We will. And you know
uh,
what, Lynn? There's two things I want to say before I go.
Okay.
It takes beauty to see beauty. If you are a beautiful person, you will see beauty. But if someone has a bad heart, no matter how beautiful they see, they won't see it. And the other thing I want to tell everybody, belief creates reality. Belief creates reality. Just remember that. And
I'm sorry. I didn't mean for that to happen. Go ahead and finish saying what you were saying. I was having tough. I was trying to upload something and it just went up there, so I apologize. So no, just say that again, my love. Go ahead and say that again.
I don't know what I said last, but I said belief creates reality, you know?
Yeah.
And, you know, kindness is a craft for those who have the will. Be kind, be beautiful. You are beautiful, and I loved being here. Thank you so much.
Oh, I love you. We're only beginning, my friend. We're only beginning. That's for sure. So I'm going to close out real quick with this little intro video, and then we're out of here. So hold on. Thank you, everybody.